Here's my birth story. I had an unmedicated vaginal twin home birth. It was awesome. My labor was only 8 hours from the time my water broke till I became a mom of 2. Hi, birth believers!
Hello.
We are Jason and Lizelle Zeger, and thank you for letting us share our birth story with you guys.
We took the Birth Believers class in October 2017, and we had our boys Jaden
And Caleb.
November 13th, and Dr. Mari.
Yes, that's your birthday.
They're clapping for that. And Dr. Mari was actually at our birth and helped give birth to both boys.
Yeah.
So a couple things that I learned in the class and through the whole experience is that there's a whole lot of fear around pregnancy and giving birth and raising kids. For us, it was really making the choice and being aware of when that fear was coming in and saying, okay, do I want to go with that, or do I want to go with something different? You have to kind of discern yourself, the information that you get, not listening to what everybody says.
So it's about tuning into yourself and your intuition and feeling into what will be most in alignment with you and your family.
Yeah, the intuition piece was really important for us because probably like most of you, we had no idea what to expect. These are our first kids. Everything was just kind of figured out on the fly, but we just had to continue to check in with ourselves and see, how does this feel for us, right? Like, do we want to have the birth at a hospital or at the house? And, who do we want to be there? We just kept having to tune in and make those choices one by one.
Yeah, and it was amazing when you do that.
Yeah, actually very little stress just by having 2 of them. We were pretty confident going into it because we were the ones making the choices and coming from our own intuition, not what somebody just told us to do.
Right.
And just, following that blindly.
So everything's a choice, and choose what makes you happy for your birthday. My experience with this class was that I learned so much about giving birth, just the whole process. There were just so many people who could tell me what to expect and what their experience was like, but I needed to just sit where you guys are now and take in the information for myself. You'll discover some new things when you do it too. People ask me if I had a natural birth. My answer is yes, birth is natural. Getting pregnant and staying pregnant for the rest of your life, that's not natural. Giving birth is natural. So what you're going to do, what you're going to experience, will be natural. That's just what it is. What they really mean is, did I get an epidural? No, I didn't. I was at home, and I didn't want that. I wanted to be able to move in ways that my body wanted to move. The boys were doing their own thing in there, and I wanted to be able to make sure that they got out as comfortably and as easily as possible. Being able to move allowed me to do that. One of the main things that I learned in this Birth Believers class is that it's not pain, it's pressure. It's really what it is. Pain is subjective. It's what you think, it's how you feel. But that's why everyone has a different pain tolerance, because it's not something that's concrete. Just know that your birthing experience is going to be exactly what you think it's going to be. If you're afraid of it, and if you're putting all of these really bad scenarios in your head about it, one of those, or many of those, may come true. However, if you really tune in and tap into what you really want, hey, ask the babies what they want. Hey, little one, what do you want for your birthday? That's what I did. And they actually helped me choose my birth team. So knowing that I had their blessing with the women who were in the room just helped me relax 1,000 times more. I actually had a home birth plan, not just a birth plan. I had a home birth plan. And everything that was on my list was being able to eat, being able to drink, and being able to move around so that I'm comfortable while I was laboring. That was it, and that's exactly what happened. I had Alexa playing, I had my salt lamp on, I had my puppy walking around the room, I was given coconut water as I needed and getting cold towels put on my head while I was sitting in the birth tub. I had homemade organic pumpkin pie, which was delicious. It was great. The question that I get the most is, why a home birth? And my background actually is in the Western medical field. I was an occupational therapist for a long time. I got my master's degree in occupational therapy, and I worked in hospitals, skilled nursing facilities, back when I used to live on the mainland. And actually my mom was a nurse too. So I grew up chatting with the nurses and just hanging out there. When it came to me thinking about giving birth in the hospital, I knew that that is not the place that I wanted to go. That is not the place I wanted to birth my babies in. I just had no interest in doing it there. I saw too much there, you could say. Working there and seeing all the different kinds of people and the types of energy that came through the doors, there's a lot of fear, germs, and systems. If A, then B, and if B, then C. And so there's a lot of systems in the hospital, and I felt like my birth wouldn't fit into somebody else's plan other than mine. So I wanted to be in a space where it would unfold with the least amount of intervention as possible. That's just my personal choice, and everyone's birth story and choice is different. So birthing at home was just, I don't know, it seemed natural to me. I actually had a friend who did a home birth, a water birth, a few years back, and I remember thinking, wow, that's crazy, that's weird. But then when I got pregnant, and I was like, no, that's what I'm doing. That's totally what I'm doing. You have this inner knowing. We all have this inner knowing. But when you're pregnant, it's even stronger because you've got the power of 2 or 3 in my case. It's really exponentially stronger than it ever was before. Check in with your little one, what they want for their birthday. See who they want in the room, see who they don't want in the room, and see what they want you to wear today or what you want to eat. And you'll feel it, you'll know. You're connected. And so being able to check in and tune in like that is a really cool experience. Say hi, tell the little one you love them, and they're gonna give you messages back. It may not be instant, but it will. They'll talk back to you. I didn't consciously grow the babies in my belly. My body did it. I wasn't like, okay, now keep feeding them, body. No, my body did it. I remember in my pregnancy telling everybody that I'm just here for the ride, and being able to observe what's going on in my body was really interesting because I wasn't doing it. I was just experiencing it. And the same happened during my labor. It's really about allowing everything to unfold in perfect timing. I said, okay, body, you do this. I'm gonna be over there. And I remember really feeling like I floated out of my body, and I was just watching me in the room, in the birth tub, just doing stuff. But I wasn't. My body was doing it. And yours will too. I was able to move around and get into different positions while I was in the birth tub, like just by listening to my body and listening to what the boys needed mommy to do in order for them to get out. Again, I was over there, my body was doing all the stuff. It's about letting go of control of everything being perfect and how it should be, because it will be how it should be. It is going to unfold in perfect order, in divine order, in just the way that it is meant to. So allow your body to take you on this journey of becoming a mother, and it's just gonna be so amazing. So practice letting go and practice tuning into what is meant for you, to what will make you feel more joy and peace and ease. There was actually 4 professionals there in my living room with me and my husband and my dog. It was my doctor, my naturopathic doctor, and 3 other women who were all midwives, doulas, kind of a mix of different specialties, 1 for each human in the birth and then 1 support. allowed the umbilical cords to pulse completely until flat to give the babies all of their blood. Otherwise it would go nowhere, and it's there. So I wanted to give them all the blood that belonged to them, give them as much oxygen flowing through their brain and their bodies on their birthday. I got my placenta encapsulated, and oh my gosh, it was the best thing ever. I highly, highly, highly recommend it to everybody who is giving birth. It literally saved everybody. That's really all I can say about it. I would say just do it and use it, and it's amazing, and it's not even gross. It's like just amazing. So if you ever see an opportunity to do it, I would say do it. We did not circumcise our boys. Whatever, it's cosmetic. It has nothing to do with health. If they want to do it when they grow up, sure, they can. But we already had them at home. So if we were to get them circumcised, we would have to bring them into the hospital with all the things that are not in alignment with me and what my vision is, and go through all of that and have them go into surgery, and that's just like, I just wanted to stay home and cuddle with my little one. So we did not circumcise them. But again, that's just our choice. Other parents have different choices, and really it's about you tuning in to see what you want for your birth plan. Google what a mucus plug looks like. I had no idea, right? My water broke and I was like, I don't know, what is this? I'm not sure. Yeah, I was sitting on the toilet, Googling mucus plug and going, oh, that's a mucus plug. Okay. Oh God. Definitely just take a peek and look at what it is so you know. Okay, my final tip, my biggest tip is really for you mamas to just let go. Release, right? You're releasing your child into the world. You're not pushing them out because that's forceful and there's resistance there, and that's really not the space you want to be in when you're giving birth. You're giving birth, right? You're creating, you're giving life. You're allowing the space for them. Just get rid of the pain and get rid of the resistance and forcing and the pushing and all that stuff, because that's just a lot of effort. It's a lot of this. And what will be, will be. Just envision your most highest birth experience and feel into it and let it happen. Having no resistance to what you really want will allow you to manifest it, to create it. It's really about letting go, letting everything unfold, because it will happen. You just have to let it.